6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eagles 102.3 FM, your radio experience you can count on. From Milky Way to Earth, everywhere there's internet, you can connect with Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Log on to our website www.eaglesfm.com. Follow and engage with us now on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at Eagles FM Abuja, Instagram at Eagles FM 1023. Download our apps on your Android and iOS stores. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can count on.
Still yet another good day, and we are talking politics and current affairs on here and right here. It is Eagles Morning Rises Breakfast Show, how we start your day the right way, and you already know we say it's a moving train, and this time we're talking politics and current affairs. Remember, today is the 25th day in the month of June of 2026. I don't see the hunger Nigerians are complaining about. Bayo Onanuga defends Tinubu's economic policies. My name is Uduak Daniel.
And of course, my name remains Omotola Adeleke, also known as Omoti Babanla. Of course, you're still tuned into Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and we're here with one of the critical issues, especially trending in Nigeria as it stands now as a result of a comment from one of, those individuals in the presidency.
Indeed, of course. And we have our guest in the studio too, who will be doing justice to this conversation this morning. I'll let Omoti do justice to this one here.
All right. Of course, we have a public affairs analyst and a researcher and someone who is vocal. It's someone who you can't almost stop, especially when it starts speaking. Mr. Chidi Ilomeke. Hope I pronounced that well.
No,
Ilomeke, right? Ilomeke. All right. I'm sorry for mispronouncing that. But you're welcome, Mr. Chidi.
Well, thank you so much.
How is the cold?
Very, very good.
Right.
All right. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you. So here we are. The conversation is started, right? And sometimes it's always hard to even begin,
of course,
in the first place. Sometimes it's pretty hard, but here we are again. I mean, the presidential spokesman, Bayo Onanuga, says he does not see the level of hunger
in Nigeria
Nigerians are complaining about. He talks about critical roads, he talks about student loans, he talks about the cheap credit as proof of the Tinubu-led administration, and talking about the policies working. But Nigerians are online now. Of course, we have already been seen as the online
keypad warriors.
Yes.
Keypad warriors.
That's what we are now. And they go online and they're backlashing them. They're saying all sort of things. They're pushing back. They're talking about the prices of food, prices of fuel. In fact, cooking gas now has soared exponentially. And here we are again. It didn't even stop with Bayo Onanuga. If you recall that Reno Omokri, in fact, about 48 days ago, that will be about a month and he was in Canada. Reno said, I'm having a shave right now, and it's 40 pounds. And yet Nigerians are complaining. I mean, does anybody spend 37,000 naira just to shave their hair? Now look, it's hard everywhere. That we should be grateful to this administration. We should be grateful with the way things are going. Sir Chidi, I mean, what do you make of this? How does this hit you? Now, Nigerians indeed complaining over thin air? Or are we talking about the reality that we face? Or is Bayo Onanuga living in denial?
And you know, this is not the first time someone who is a supposed leader has said something like this. Indeed. We remember Adams Oshomole when he said that Nigerians are complaining that the prices of food are becoming too cheap. And sometimes we get to wonder, are these people out of touch with reality? A Nigerian ambassador designate to Mexico, Reno Omokri, actually made a statement just like he said some months ago. Last year, he also made a statement in November 2025, if I'm correct. He said, and I quote, that Nigeria is less corrupt. He also said Tinubu is one of the most cleanest leader in the world.
As against past conversations.
Yes, you know, talking about some of these things, some of these people had said already. Perhaps he forgot the issue of Godwin Emefiele. He probably forgot the case being faced by Yahaya Bello. Perhaps are we talking about some other people? Even the president himself still has a case to answer in the United States of America, amongst other corruption cases. We also have the issue of Daniel Bwala, a spokesperson to the president, of course. I think is the special advisor on public communications or policy communications. I beg your pardon. He almost embarrassed the nation when he had an interview with Al Jazeera, or perhaps he embarrassed himself. I don't know, but he made some statement. Now he denied those things he had said against the president. He despite the fact that he was being shown evidence, he was being shown proof that he said this, he still denied it. Bayo Onanuga was a journalist like we are. Right. So you expect him to know what's happening in the streets. You expect him to know what's really going on in Nigeria, because of course he must have been making his research and all that. And you begin to wonder, why are people like this so insensitive about the plight of Nigerians? Mr. Chidi.
Thank you for having me. You know, this is pathetic, very pathetic. I'll give you just for you to have an idea of what is going on. Okay. The World Bank report has it that 140 million Nigerians are living in poverty. And these 140 million Nigerians happen to be the current population of France put together, of Spain put together, of Rwanda put together, and of Israel put together. Going forward, the World Food Program has it that nearly 350 million Nigerians are at risk of hunger this year.
350
million. No, sorry, 35
million. Over 35 million Nigerians
35 million.
are suffering from food insecurity, acute hunger.
Now, pay attention. The Nigerian Global Hunger Index placed us out of 125 countries in that Global Hunger Index. We are currently 109. Global Hunger Index. And when you bring it home, you find out that United Nations also reported that Nigeria has 3 million children who are at risk of severe nutrition. Malnutrition. Very important. Now, are we talking about that this country is one of the worst countries, one of the worst countries in the world to live in? Just few weeks ago, United States had to close its embassy in the seat of government here in the FCT. Why? Because of security issues. These people don't live the kind of life we live. They are not connected with the people. They are not connected with the masses. And the reason is simple. Okay, look at we have serious housing shortfall in the country. Immediately, the judges, well-paid judges, don't get it twisted, but their salaries were increased 300%. And immediately, the houses designated to them were rushed. They had to rush to build those houses, the duplexes. How many of us can afford them? There's a very big disconnect. And the reason for this disconnect is because these people don't speak for the masses. These people don't live where we live. Bayo Onanuga speaks about traveling from, as if to say then Nigerians should, those that live around there, should go to the coastal highway and then their problems are solved. When you're hungry, go to the coastal highway and you'll be filled. This is unfortunate. And, according to Rotimi Amechi, he said, it's high time we start stoning these people. If you remember, if you recall that statement, and the reason why we steal and we get away with it, the reason why we don't govern you well is because you don't react. And I tell you, Nigerians are not excited. We have the elections coming up, and unfortunately, the charade that happened in Ekiti State is not an election, but Nigerians...
Observers, even international, have also said it was peaceful, but vote buy-in was on the high.
It was... what you're trying to say, I mean, if I paraphrase that, is vote buying was peacefully done.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Vote buying was peacefully done. And if you look, this is a segment, just a subset of our Nigeria. Look, in politics, we're talking about the presidential election for 2027. When it comes to state, the Nigerian situation is quite different. Recall that in Lagos State, the presidential candidate of the NDC currently, won Lagos by a whole lot of margin. But for the governorship election, a different story. So you understand that Nigerians are watching. Nigerians are very, very, they feel disappointed by that statement, and it's a very poor show because he did not even explain what the government is doing. He did not represent the man there backlashing Nigerians. Why should we complain? You mentioned the case of what's his name, Boala. How many Nigerians can afford? How many Nigerians can afford to barb their hair for 37,000 naira? If you do the conversion, perhaps 40,000 naira in the UK that he talked about. So how much is his salary?
How much is your income?
Exactly. So the same person who complained that you look stupid when you support the APC, and anybody that does that looks stupid when he's on the other side. And he said if you give this current president 30 years or more, perhaps, he will do nothing. That's unfortunate. And look at the insecurity in the country. This is the first time that we have a country where you cannot comfortably travel from the south to the north any time of the day. This is a country where nothing is working. Nothing is working. And I tell you what, the incompetency of this administration, and the people see it, the people feel it, the people carry it in their pocket, the people trade with it, is that this administration has failed to unite Nigerians. The government, the president does not speak to the people. The first assignment of government is what? Protection of lives and properties. What are you supposed to do at this time? You declare state of emergency. Look at Rivers State. Rivers State has had just a few godfather, godson, and then what did you do? State of emergency was declared. You removed the elected official, the governor. What should happen in your own case? In the whole of the federation is under siege. From the north to the south, our borders are not safe. Nobody is safe, including the president is not safe. Nobody is safe and nobody seems to be concerned.
And we also forget the fact that insecurity is also a ripple effect of hunger. Partly a ripple effect of hunger. I remember there was a time when someone was analyzing, what hunger can do. Hunger can bring about insecurity. Somebody can just wake up in the morning, I'm very hungry, and there's no way to get money. There's no way to legitimately actually get money to eat, and at the end of the day, if he goes out there to commit one crime or the other, that's one of the ripple effects of hunger as well, hunger as well, insecurity. Look, but quickly, Mr. Chidi, I want to ask you a question. Is it that these people don't actually know what is happening, or they are just in denial?
The truth is, these people were not ready to govern in the first place. They were not ready to govern. The intention of this administration was not to govern and to lead us to the promised land. That intention was to grab it, snatch it, and run away with it. And they have forgotten that when you run away with it, because it does not belong to you, you crash. And that's what is happening. We are nosediving. Now let me tell you something. Do you see their so shameful, so unfortunate, that in the history of this country, I don't know if you are hearing me, whether in your vehicle, in your houses or your offices, bring out any money you're holding. Bring out the money. I just want to show you that you're carrying, we are trading tribalism.
You can show it to the camera too.
Look at it. Yes. This is the money, this is 500 naira here.
Yes.
Any amount, including 200, bring it out. And I'll tell you something. Who is your CBN governor? The name of your, look at that money. The name of your CBN governor is who? Olayemi Michael Kadoso. Who is the director of currency operation? Look at that money. His name is what? Adedeji. His surname is Adedeji. Now, that is to tell you, then who is your minister of finance? Who is your minister of finance? The Federal Inland Revenue is from where? Who chairs it? And we have a country that does not work. Recently, a lawmaker mentioned, it was yesterday, he said, since 2024, since this administration took office, 2024, we have not been operating and implementing the budget. The budget implementation is, in fact, we are a country, according to him, that we don't run on a budget.
We're on like 3 budgets or 4 going on.
Do you know what that means? And recently, your FCT minister mentioned, that was 2 days ago.
He is also your FCT minister too.
Your FCT minister mentioned, our FCT minister,
of course,
our FCT minister mentioned that he addressed, of course, Yobo. I said, look, that he's disappointed that the Super Eagles, because when you watch the Super Eagles are not there in the World Cup, and they quickly forget. You see, the way they forget is legendary. That the Super Eagles' failure to qualify is a product of their maladministration policies.
So Super Eagles.
How can Super Eagles player concentrate when they are about to score a goal and they remember, and the next minute they remember their brothers, friends kidnapped. They remember the schoolgirls, numerous schoolgirls. We're talking about Chibok girls. How many of them? Today we have hundreds in their thousands being kidnapped, and nothing is happening. For the first time in the history of this country, we have generals upon generals being killed, and everybody's quiet. There is no hunger in the land. There is no hunger in the land. What is the productivity index of Nigeria? How have we been able to provide employment for the people? The government generally all over the world provides avenues for what? For employment. Provide that structure, provide the system, provide the enabling environment for employment to thrive, for labor to thrive, for productivity to happen.
Okay, well,
it's unfortunate we don't have that.
Let me put it back to your thoughts. I made a promise to the family members that I was going to get their audios out. Let's get BB
down, my name is how you doing? Who you about to come again? May they tell us, maybe there's from Otako. I greet every caller today. I greet a man of market show. Then Uga say, Oga no dey for Nigeria. We are just complaining.
Now, Onanuga.
Talk finish. She say, no be good. Na smetty. Na strong smetty. They take do our road. Where would they complain? May waka now. I no blame her. It's a spoon where they feed. You don't ever use the money go market. You don't use the money if you not talk like that. I go become the president after the person where they follow he drop. You want to prove yourself now? This one I can be president in life. If this one Kukuma call that day, we know now. You know the amount. if they talk something now, if you go back now, ask them, they go change mouth. We no blame her because he's not able to give your wife money to go market. Now you go get the money. You go tell me how much they pay Adenuga, we go say, oh, God, no day for Nigeria. No blame her. You remember, so if family don't chop for Dosby before. You know remember that one when they suffer, the time when they pick Dosby. You know remember that one. I no blame her now. That's why they carry handbag, they follow president. I know we talk anyhow, so that's no position. We don't Nigeria, no blame her. No, he continue. After he will finish, he follow the person where he will finish. I think he go come out. Then when they start protest for Nigeria, now protest begin, they took them. Protest don't begin come crazy for their life. Where they don't want the person come out with the protest. You see, they say whatever he must sow, we will reap it. Whatever he sow, they will reap it. Bye-bye.
Okay, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
So let's see here now.
Good morning to Ubong Udo Daniel.
Yeah.
Good morning to Omoti Babanla. Omoti Babanla, you are welcome to this Eagle FM.
Good morning.
I used to listen to you for the other side. You know where I'm talking.
Ah, I know where you're talking.
Abdul from Suleta. You know Sadan from Abaji. And Saminu from Lifecam. People from Wari and Bibi Blessing. My name is Salasi, making this call from Central Area. What do you expect from Onanuga? He's with the government now. So everything is there at his disposal. We are still talking about the children that have been for over a month now. They are in the hands of these terrorists. I always ask this question, Omoti Babanla and Ubong Udo Daniel. You can imagine if those children are the children of the higher and mighty, if those children are the children of the president or the children of the senate president or the children of the minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, do you think those children will still remain there? We are still talking about Leah Sharibu for over the years. She has been there. They are not even talking about her. Now people are busy talking about 2027, how they will come back to power. That is it. I think the security should be the primary responsibility of every government. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, so that's it. Thank you, Triple.
The man with the golden voice, good morning.
Good morning.
Omoti Babala, good morning.
Good
My
morning.
name is Triple D, sending this voice message right now from Waru. I still stood my ground. On the issue of this state police, if you create state police, people like Zamfara Kassina, are they going to still have a state police that you are negotiating with the bandit? If you create this state police, are you going to give them sophisticated weapon to confront this enemy? If you create this state police, are you still going to be integrating these people into the society? Who deceive us that what we have on ground cannot fight terrorists? And then are we still going to be playing this kind of politics? Wicked and bitter politics did not allow us to fight these people. It's not the issue of state police. Well, on the issue of hunger, somebody is saying there is no hunger in the land. We will describe him later. Let's see whether we'll have what we can be able to eat now to get strength to confront that statement later. Nigeria will get it right. Salasi, I agree to other callers. I agree to all.
Okay, Triple D, let's take this call here. Hello.
Hello,
morning. Yes.
Mr. Yudi, good morning.
Good morning
You're
to
guy
you.
with a good voice.
Appreciate that, Bubba.
Yes, I greet every caller, every listener at this platform this morning.
Yes.
I also greet your guest there, Mr. Yudi.
Mr. Chidi. Yeah.
Mr. Chidi.
Mr. Yudi, you should not forget that the president said that he will start for a week.
Is it Adeleke or Eke the Igbo guy? Or you did together too for that speaking? So I greet you all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't have much to say, like always. My prayers, my almighty, like give us a good leaders who have Nigeria and Nigerians at heart. But we play our own, but their power pass our own, and God power pass their own. So when we hand them back to God, God will deal with them, Master You. Do you understand? So please let everybody have his PVC. Let's wake up, pray them when we are going to the election.
I just want to.
Olajide, can't you solve or to a certain level tackle the issue of hunger and at the same time tackle the issue of infrastructural deficit? Because we have other countries doing this.
We're going to start development.
The only thing.
That we need people to go into the services of bad roads.
Okay.
And they are losing time, they are losing money, they are losing so many things. Are you saying that if that road is finished and you take you through 3 to 4 hours, it doesn't the economy will improve abundantly?
Right.
What brings development? What takes the economy side? It's infrastructure a nation has. Don't have it, your economy will not move. Thank you, sir.
Doctor, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yudi, have you noticed a particular pattern? Because I would want to quickly talk about what Dr. Olajide just said, right?
Yeah.
When we have a new road, for example, we have new road project built along, for example, let me talk about Kuje, because I know Kuje very well. The new road that is being built there, I tell you, if you go to Kuje right now, house rents are almost becoming unaffordable.
Right.
People are becoming now have new roads.
Slightly. I think you're being
So, because I would want to understand how of course, we have, let's not deny the fact that there are some infrastructural projects that can actually, to a certain level, employ people, bring in some money, and at the end of the day, it becomes a way of exploiting people.
Okay, I want to with Tinubu to build points. When a man's house is on fire, you don't chase rats. Is that the priority? Is that the infrastructure? You see the billions and billions of naira.
Mr. Chidi, let's quickly go on the short break.
It's very important. It's very important.
Okay.
We're talking about priorities in government. We're talking about government should be sensitive. We put them there. And you're talking about powers and then allowing people, oh, fine, today, what if this man is appointed? Will he speak in this light? That is the same problem we have as a nation. That is why if we have a good government, if we have the right leadership, people like this will not come on air to speak in this.
No. Anyone can come up on air. Mr. Chidi, anyone can. No, Mr. Chidi, anyone. No. Quickly, please. Let me correct the impression.
Please.
Anyone can come up on air to state their opinions, especially if they are not defaming or insulting anyone. You understand? But so he can come up on air to state his opinions.
No. He has freedom of communication. You have to speak, speech and things. But what I'm saying is, it's unfortunate that the roads in other parts of the country, you cannot travel from here to Delta State on a very smooth road, and it doesn't cost you as much. There are existing bad roads. We have other issues, insecurity.
Are you saying that the coastal highway is strategic, not about fixing the other roads that are bad? Are you saying there's
like an
agenda to it? This coastal highway.
What I'm saying is that we should first fix other roads. It's just like a man who have 20 cars or 10 cars, going to school. They cannot afford school fees. Yeah. And you decide to marry another wife. And you decide to build a coastal highway from here to Jerusalem, from here to Mecca. Okay, there is nothing wrong with, pay attention, there's nothing wrong with development. Yeah. We're talking about targeted development. You need to develop the people. If you develop the people will what? Bring about sustainable development.
But you don't agree that if you develop project, it's going to develop the people, just like Dr. Olajide said. You don't believe in that particular analogy.
You will have to develop projects that are strategic, that are comprehensive, and projects that will impact the lives of the ordinary person.
Okay.
When President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointed Nyesom Wike as Minister of the Federal Capital Territory in August of 2023, expectations were high. Known for his infrastructure-driven administration as Governor of Rivers State, many Nigerians wondered whether he would bring the same pace and energy to the nation's capital. Nearly 3 years later, from major road construction project to all significant activity under Wike's leadership. One of the most visible aspects of the administration has been its aggressive infrastructure agenda. Across Abuja, new roads have been constructed, while several abandoned projects have been revived and completed. Major road networks linking urban districts and satellite communities have improved accessibility, reduced travel times, and opened up economic opportunities for residents. Rural communities have also benefited from road projects aimed at connecting previously underserved areas to the city center. The administration has also embarked on the construction and rehabilitation of critical public facilities. Among these are the renovation of the International Conference Center, the construction of the Abuja Division of the Court of Appeal, and the development of key interchanges designed to ease traffic congestion within the city. Beyond physical infrastructure, the minister has repeatedly emphasized fiscal discipline and project delivery. According to the FCT administration, Abuja achieved between 90 and 95% implementation of its 2024 budget, a figure described as one of the highest performances in the history of the territory. The administration maintains that virtually every project captured in the budget received attention and funding. Supporters argue that this level of execution demonstrates a commitment to translating budgets into tangible projects rather than mere paperwork. Residents in several communities have acknowledged improvements in road infrastructure and access to government services. Community leaders in rural districts such as Kwali, Buari, and Gwagwalada have praised projects that have brought development closer to grassroots populations. Economic activity have also received a boost from the administration's infrastructure push. Construction projects have created jobs, stimulated local businesses, and enhanced investor confidence in Abuja's development prospects. The government has consistently maintained that infrastructure remains a key driver of economic growth. Abuja has experienced an unusually high volume of visible construction and infrastructure activity during this period.
On several occasions, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has publicly commended Nyesom Wike for what he described as his commitment to project delivery, urban renewal, and the transformation of the Federal Capital Territory. During the commissioning of various projects across Abuja, the president praised the minister's drive, describing the pace of development in the FCT as evidence of purposeful leadership and effective governance. For many observers, the relationship between the president's vision for the nation's capital and the minister's execution of that vision has become one of the defining features of the current administration. Beyond Abuja, the minister's performance has also attracted attention in his home state of Rivers. Many Rivers people, community leaders, youth groups, women associations, and stakeholders have expressed pride in seeing one of their own entrusted with the responsibility of managing Nigeria's capital city. Several groups have publicly thanked President Tinubu for finding Nyesom Wike worthy of such a strategic national assignment.
As the Federal Capital Territory continues its journey towards becoming a modern, efficient, and globally competitive capital city, the legacy of Nyesom Wike's tenure will likely be judged by the durability and impact of these projects in the years ahead. For now, the roads, bridges, public buildings, and renewed construction activities across Abuja stand as visible markers of an administration focused on infrastructure, execution, and transformation. This has been a documentary on the performance and achievement of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, since assuming office in Abuja in 2023. Sponsored by K&K Construction Property Homes Limited and engineer Kelvin Dobbin Green and Friends.
Own a piece of Abuja today with Firth Urban Limited. We offer premium estate lands in strategic locations including Katangbe Extension, Asokoro Extension, Guzape 2, Piakasa and Kuje. Our properties come with FCDA approved titles, verifiable at ages, giving you peace of mind and confidence in your investment. Enjoy flexible payment plans of up to 12 months with no hidden charges. Whether you are building your dream home or securing your future through real estate investment, Firth Urban Limited has the right property for you. Call 091-1165-8936 or call 070-7299-8350 to book a site inspection and take the first step toward owning land in Abuja. Firth Urban Limited, shaping earth, consolidating standard.
Things they happen for our community, eh?
Now I can recoup back all the money I have spent on this annoying family.
Hey, yeah, that woman own don't finish.
My dear, let's go and greet them, okay?
Hey! Join Media Coalition and Awareness to hold trafficking, MICAS, on I Wish I Knew radio drama and program every Saturday at 10 a.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Join us to kick human trafficking out of our society. I Wish I Knew radio drama and program is brought to you by MICAS and funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Denmark.
Please listen to this infomercial.
Hello, Abuja parents and heads of organizations. Let me ask you a simple question. If your child has 40 degrees temperature at 2 a.m. or your staff is unable to attend important assignments or meetings because of ill health, and you take the child or your staff to the hospital, would they ask for deposit first or treatment first? I am Dr. Ememobong Idoko. I'm the MD of Hilem Childcare Hospital. We are located at Prince and Princess Estate here in Abuja, where pediatric medical services, neonatology, their pharmacy services, laboratory services, family medicine, home care services, IVF support and counseling services, childhood immunization is given top priority. In my practice, I've watched too many babies lose time at the hospital gate, or sometimes when they are brought into the hospital, the time of attendance to the child when the child has fever. That's why we built Hilem Health Guard in collaboration with Hillary Childcare Foundation and other primary health centers across Abuja. With Hilem Health Guard, you get a doctor at your gate in 30 minutes, code red, no deposit, no paperwork, your baby or staff first, billing later. We have 2 plans in Hilem Health Guard for families and organizations. We have the Hilem Guardian Concierge, where you have a doctor attached to you. You also have access to a doctor on phone 24/7. There can be emergency home visit, emergency kit for 6 people. For the Hilem Premier Concierge, everything in Guardian with a dedicated doctor to your organization and to your child. There's priority response, quarterly home checks for families and companies who want more. And here is our promise. One enrollment sponsors 5 poor children for 1 year. That is 1 for 1. So Abuja, why wait for emergency to plan? Protect your family and organization today. You call or WhatsApp for the Hilem Health Guard information on 090-693-34725. I call again 090-693-34725 or 080-857-73485. I call again 080-853-73485. Also 081-709-74995. I call again 081-709-74995. We are located at House 9B, Drive 3, Prince and Princess Estate, Kara District, opposite the Kara Market, Abuja. Our email is hilemchildcare01@gmail.com. We are in partnership with HMOs and Hillary Childcare Foundation. You can reach us again, like I said, on 090-693-34725. 090-693-34725 or 080-853-73485. 080-853-73485 or 081-709-74995. I call again 081-709-74995. For more information and inquiries, you can reach us on these numbers. Thank you.
Power Homes and Shelters Limited, a real estate company. We be Baba for properties. Our properties not your best.
Please listen to this important infomercial. It's Powell's time on radio. Abuja. Powell Homes and Shelters Limited has come with a vision of transforming housing through innovation, style and integrity. At Powell Homes and Shelters Limited, we deliver affordable luxury, comfort and reliability in real estate. We offer genuine lands, elegant homes, modern designs and flexible payment plans to make your dream home a reality. Visit us today and experience excellence you can trust. Our address is number 52, Suez Crescent, Abacha Estate, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja. You can call us on telephone number 081-510-20000 or 080-925-70000. The number to call us once again is 081-510-20000 or 080-926-70000. Now let's hear what your sister and veteran Nollywood actress Patience Ozoko, Mama G, has to say about this company.
My people, my name is Patience Ozoko, popularly known as Mama G. G for General. Do you want to buy genuine lands and other properties and need a brand you can trust? Think Powell Home and Shelters Limited. With a reputation built on honesty and reliability, we ensure your investment is secured. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing personalized service tailored to your needs. Join countless of satisfied customers who have found their dream properties with us. For inquiries, please call 0815-102-0000 or 0809-257-0000. We can get you property from any part of Nigeria. Think real estate, think spoil.
Thank you, Mama G, for that wonderful talk. Remember, our office is at number 52, Swiss Crescent, Abacha Estate, Wuse, Zone 4, Abuja. We also have branches in Enugu, Owerri, Oka, and Asaba, and Nairobi. Think real estate, think Powell.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
That's right, we're back here and having a conversation with you already. And yes, the conversation is still all about the voice of Bayo Onanuga, special advisor to the president, on information and strategy now, where he had made a couple of statements. One of such would be, I don't see hunger Nigerians are complaining about. Bayo Onanuga defending Tinubu's economic policies. Let's just quickly go ahead and take a quick listen. I think we should take a quick listen so it doesn't seem as though we already, putting it on him just before that. Let's just go take this listen and we will indeed come back and get you through. Apologies, we cannot bring that right now to you. We're trying to do that, but it's not just coming through. I don't know why. Can't say why for sure. But anyways, it's all over. It's all over. You can find it even right now on our Facebook page, Eagles FM Abuja, on our YouTube channel, Eagles TV Abuja. So many calls coming through, but please, let's just keep it civil and responsible. I'll just quickly go take this message here. This one is coming from Joseph from Jahi. It says, good morning all, good morning. There's nothing called democracy in Nigeria right now. Our government is operating on hallucinacracy. I guess that's what he called it. But let's see. Honorable Edwards just sent a message now. Let's go take a listen to him.
I greet all of you. Oh, my name is Honorable Edward from the Pope. From what you present, is it true or false? If it's true, then what is the next step? A situation where an appointee who is living in the glass house, who has no idea about what is happening in Nigeria, he came out yesterday and said there's no hunger in Nigeria. He deserves to be resigned. Or we, Nigeria, this is the best opportunity to push that man out of this cabinet. Is he the one to tell us whether we're hungry or not? If I'm hungry, are you the one to tell me that I'm hungry? It's not. It's being fed by our tax paid money. Look at what happened in the Senate yesterday. An executive bill was transmitted to the Senate, and the paper were given yesterday to senators in the chambers. We're over 120 something pages. How can you read that and then contribute at the same time? What is the secret behind that? You are calling the state police or federal state police? Rubbish. I think we need to sit up, get to a PVC, and do the right thing. We're tired of all this. Right. What is happening is wrong.
Honorable Edwards right there. Thank you, Honorable. Well, we'll still have our guest in the studio, Mr. Chidi Elomake, right? Elomake. He's a public affairs analyst, and he's been adding his voice in this discourse from the very beginning of this conversation, Mr. Chidi.
Yeah.
He's a public affairs analyst, he's a researcher, and he has been in this business for about 2 decades, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Chidi, directly or indirectly. Let's get your voice.
Yeah,
I mean, so much has been said.
Yeah,
are you against the Tinubu administration, Sir Chidi? I think this is. Let's get into that.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Are you against the Tinubu administration? Are you against the Mr. President as a person? Which one are you really?
Do you have a political alienation? Are you a loyalist to a political?
First of all, for me, and for Nigerians, we are against the government that cares less about the people, a government that is disconnected from the reality on ground, a government that cares less about the people. So the incompetency of this government is like social media status. It's displayed all over. Okay. You can see it from top to bottom.
Not hidden.
It is not hidden. And so we are against the misrule. We are against the insecurity. For me, I'm against the insecurity in this country. Okay. I'm against the killings of generals in this country. And of course, this resonates with every other person. I'm against the rape experience by women, children underage that are in the kidnappers' den. We're against the fact that many families cannot feed. We're against the fact that Nigerians are not safe. We're against the fact that our youth, steaming youths, are unemployed, and in their thousands they get churned out from the universities and college of education. That is horrible. We're against the fact that lots of children are out of school, and these are instruments in the hands of bandits, of terrorists. We're against the fact that this government buys yacht, takes care of itself. And somebody online, on air, came and responded and said, "Look, if you were appointed to be the spokesperson of this,
but you know, we had a Daniel Bwala. He was a strong critic of the president. In fact, no one would want to believe a Daniel Bwala will come and start working for the present administration right now. Perhaps that's the reason why. You know, we have a lot. See, let's be sincere.
So the truth is,
a lot of we Nigerians we can be very self-centered.
You called him. Pay attention. Just very important. See, we look for crying out loud. I'm a researcher.
Okay.
Research is 1 + 1 is 2.
Indeed.
Does it make sense? You mentioned Daniel Bwala. Please. Daniel Bwala remains Daniel Bwala, and forever will remain Daniel Bwala.
And then you're cheating.
Daniel Bwala is Daniel Bwala, and that is why you have different personality. You understand? So that's not me. That's not my person.
You will not take an appointment from the president. We're talking about what is happening to Nigeria. Will you take an appointment from the president?
It's not about me. No, I won't do that. Why should I take an appointment from him? For crying out loud, we're talking about the sensitivity of what is happening in this country. It's not about me. If Daniel Bwala cannot come online, cannot come on air and tell us that his communities is safe, his communities are not safe. There is no part. In fact, even those in government are affected. We're talking about, look, it is the responsibility of government derived from the powers of the Constitution. Section 14, subsection 2B of the 19th century Constitution, as amended, says, and I quote, that the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government.
Not infrastructure development.
Pay attention.
Not road.
I'm talking about primary. I'm not saying secondary. I'm not saying tertiary. Pay attention. That is what when I spoke, I said, look, earlier I said this government lacks priority and direction, and the people see it. Go to the streets. You cannot comfortably. They cannot even travel without escorts. We are not safe. Are we secured? No. And the welfare, not all welfare, the one they had in the FCT and or FCT, no. And welfare. What is welfare? Provision of what? Healthcare. The primary indices of development. Health, pulling people out of poverty, and what? Education. So this is the primary purpose of government. The primary, not coastal highways that solves hunger. Because right now we don't realize the government has roads that solve health problems, and then after rice comes road. Bwala just made us. Onanuga just made us understand that you need to leave rice now. Rice is now number 2 on the list. Number 1 on the list is coastal highway. So if you're hungry, go to the coastal highway.
All right. Mr. Chidi, before we conclude the program, what recommendations can you actually give? What do you think can actually solve the issue of hunger, even despite the fact that we have someone from the presidency say we are not experiencing as much as a lot of Nigerians say.
He said we're not experiencing hunger. It wasn't even as much. He said we're not experiencing it. We are complaining about it.
Okay, if that's the case, of course. But let's talk about solutions. Let's talk about recommendations. Let's talk about what can be done.
I know very quickly, a couple of things that could be done, but in one sentence.
In one sentence, please.
I'll make it 2 sentences. First, okay. I'm quoting current President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay.
November 6, 2014. November 6, 2014. The time is 12:32 p.m. He tweeted. He said, "Why should any part of this country," I'm quoting him, "be under occupation? In any civilized country, Jonathan should resign." The insecurity in this country is worse than it was during Jonathan. The statistics are clear.
Okay.
The people feel it. We feel it. Everybody feels it. The president feels it. Now, let me put it this way. Why should any part of this country be under occupation? In any civilized country, Tinubu should resign.
That's the only way.
Now, the solution to our problem.
Okay.
This is re-echoing the call for his resignation. I'm only speaking the minds of Nigerians and everybody on the streets. You know,
you might not be speaking for everybody on the street.
Of course, but
we still have some people who,
most Nigerians. For most Nigerians,
and you're echoing it based on what he said during the Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm quoting exactly what Tinubu tweeted during Jonathan's administration, and then giving it back to him and seeing that now he's worse than Now the solution to all these problems. Tinubu, the solution to all this problem, APC, because they say, no, look, you give us solution, we're going to implement. But when you give that solution, they do worse. Because they're not ready for government. Because in this government will hear me.
Listening.
They will be well respected and loved, and Tinubu's image will be restored. Is that Tinubu should conduct a free and fair election come 2027. That's the solution to this.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chidi.
That's the most that we can take. I mean, I wish we could give you that video where Onanuga actually made those calls. But anyways, it's still a developing story. I don't think this story is going to go away anytime soon. And Mr. Chidi, thank you for bringing your wealth of experience and research, especially when it has to do with the very enduring political conversation in Nigeria. We appreciate your time with us.
Appreciate. Thank you so much for having me, Amati.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chidi. Thank you so much for coming around and for taking time, to come speak with the people of Nigeria. Not just the people of Nigeria. We have people in diaspora. We have people all over the world listening to Eagles 102.3 FM.
And the other part, please.